Hello everyone, Angry Patriot here. Welcome to this video, Stand Up for America. Over the last 6+ years, close to 7 actually, President Obama, his administration, and various members of the Congress, Senate, and the United States Supreme Court have been in cahoots with each other for the utter destruction of the United States of America. President Obama and his administration have repeatedly funded and aided Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram, Hamas, ISIS, and others. Now, with the massive influx of refugees coming into this country, amongst whom are large numbers of ISIS operatives, this administration is hoping to throw the United States of America into utter chaos and destruction. I think, folks, it's time for all of us, whether we're white, black, brown, yellow, or red, or any color in between, to stand and unite, to save our country from the utter destruction that this president, his administration, and I'll go ahead and say it, pretty much the whole government of the United States, not counting our military, because most of our military, with the exception of a very minute few, are on our side. And I think if the shit really hits the fan, they will come and unify with us, patriots, veterans, and citizens, in the event that the shit really hits the fan. And I feel that it's going to hit the fan very shortly, because everything that I've been seeing over the last couple of years points to that direction. And this administration, who is headed by none other than President Barack Hussein Obama, is behind it. Look, I've warned you many times that we Americans are being pushed to the wall. Well, folks, I don't know how it can be any clearer than what has been happening over the past few weeks. We all are against the wall right now. And it doesn't matter what race we are, whether we're white, black, brown, yellow, or red. We are all against the wall. And this administration is pulling the trigger on us at a larger and larger number every day. And it's making it look like we are fighting each other, when it's not us fighting each other at all. It's the government setting us up to make it seem that way. Look, the strength of our country is with the people and those who legally and responsibly own firearms. Yes, I admit there's a few people out there that shouldn't have them, but it's not because of their political persuasion, whether they be a conservative, a patriot, a veteran. That has nothing to do with the violence. Again, we need to unite to save our country. We need to unite to stand up for America. If you love this country, and I know most of us do, it's time that we all put our differences aside and take a true stand up for America. If we don't, America will cease to exist as we know it. With the Black Panthers, Black Lives Matter, the KKK, and other hate groups out there, causing division and destruction between races. It's time that we take those differences and say, look, we're all Americans here, first and foremost. Christmas time is here. It's a time that we should be putting Jesus Christ and God back into our country. It's a time when we should be standing on our faith in our Creator, God, and His Son, Jesus Christ. But repeatedly and blatantly, our government is seeking to remove God and Jesus Christ from our society, replacing it with Satan and immorality. If we don't act now and use the laws of our country to have this president, his administration, and every member of the Congress, Senate, and United States Supreme Court who are guilty of aiding and abetting this president, our country is doomed to be destroyed from within. Who is willing to take a stand for America? If you're willing to do that, I urge you to pick up the phone right now. Not tomorrow, not next week, not next month. Right now. Call your congressman, your senator, your state legislature, your governors, and anyone else who will listen, and demand that articles of arrest be drawn up to hold President Barack Hussein Obama and his administration, as well as every member of the Congress, Senate, and United States Supreme Court who are guilty of either outright treason or aiding and abetting these treasonous acts upon us as a nation and people. Have them arrested, have them tried, and if found guilty, have them executed for treason. I know these are harsh times. This is a harsh punishment that will be handed down to those who are found guilty, but make no mistake about it. Do you think for a moment that they would give you the opportunity to spend life imprisonment? No, they wouldn't. They would execute you in a heartbeat. Not recently, I saw a video of one of the terrorists who were killed by law enforcement in San Bernardino, California. And I found something in that video troubling. And that's the fact that one of the shooters' bodies were handcuffed. Now, I don't know about you, but I find that kind of strange that a terrorist who's already been killed would be handcuffed. Why do I bring this up? Well, why would you need to handcuff somebody if they're already dead? And that poses another question. Maybe they weren't dead when they were shot. Maybe they were handcuffed and then shot. That's just something to think about, folks. And if you doubt what I'm saying as being the truth, then Google it. See if you can find pictures of it if they're still available, if the government hasn't 86'd them from being viewed. Now, this is a final question that I would like to ask each and every one of you. Who is willing to take a stand for America and to try to save our country from this president, his administration, and every member of the Congress and Senate and Supreme Court who are guilty of treason or aiding and abetting treasonous acts that are being perpetrated upon us as a nation and people? Who's with me? If you are with me and the true American patriots out there, then you need to be picking up the phone right now and calling your congressman, your senator, your state legislature, your governors, and anyone else who will listen, and demand articles of arrest be drawn up against President Obama, every member of his administration, past and present, as well as every member of the Congress and Senate and Supreme Court who are guilty of either outright treason or aiding and abetting these treasonous acts that are being perpetrated upon us as a nation and people. God bless you. God bless our troops. And may God bless America. Thank you.